Hey, what's up, my friends? So I thought I'd go ahead and do another what's on my quote-unquote intuitive radar for the week video, where we really just kind of go over different what I refer to as intuitive or empathic downloads that I've got, and just kind of go over them, share them with you guys for a bit, and based on that, I'm honing into intuition, try and make a prediction, things we might see unfold in the news and around the world. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing in today's video. So here we go. Okay, just have a few for today. I haven't really gotten a lot recently, but there were a few that had a high enough clarity. I just want to go ahead and go over them and share them with you guys. So the first one, I put these out on my Twitter, is where I put a lot of these in kind of intuitive downloads or predictions. I like it because I have the timestamp on there, so it gives it a little bit of kind of validity that I can point to there. So on the 14th of December, about 2 weeks ago or so, I was picking up possible incident or accident involving a shark attack, possibly a surfer or swimmer in coming weeks. Kind of stretching my intuition, but that's kind of how you get better. I feel like we could possibly see something like this occur in or around Australia. And then the clarity of the intuitive download, low to medium. It's not overly high, but high enough to put it out on Twitter. Just thought I'd share it and put it out there just in case I am typing into something real for that one. It could be a heavy one for that one. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I tend to pick up on heavy things. I don't really have a lot of control over it. This is one I'd happy to be a miss. But that's why I get the messages I get. It's kind of one thing I was picking up on. Just thought I'd share it. And then on the 26th of December, just a few days ago, I was picking up a natural disaster, some kind of natural disaster. Possible landslide or like big boulders falling was kind of the intuitive download that I got. Possibly even an earthquake. So that's kind of what I was picking up on. Some type of natural disaster, possibly one of those scenarios or variables. And then I felt like I was picking up kind of like the Nepal/Tibet region. So again, kind of in coming weeks or so. Not really sure if it's going to be an exact earthquake, tectonic activity. I feel like maybe it was possibly more like some climbers climbing a mountain and there's a really bad landslide. Or I feel like I just got the intuitive download of like these giant boulders falling. But it is possible that scenario could be caused by some type of tectonic activity. Really not totally sure at this point. Clarity around medium for that one. So a little higher for that intuitive download. Still could be a miss. That's just kind of what I was picking up on for that one. And then the same day, on the 26th, again, you can see that timestamp there at the bottom, I was picking up some type of ecological disaster or impact. Some kind of ecological disaster. It's usually the word or phrasing I get whenever I'll pick up on some kind of ecological related news story. I've gotten about 2 or 3 now, had some degree of accuracy. It's always that word, ecological disaster. But then I was specifically picking up Keystone, which to my mind, how I interpreted that, or what I called it translation of the download, is the Keystone pipeline. So I got meaning there, possible some type of ecological impact or possibly even disaster appearing in the news in coming weeks or so. I'm not overly strict on the time. I'm really not sure when something will occur when I am tapping into something real. Or getting kind of an authentic, intuitive, empathic download. But some time around the coming weeks or so. And because I was picking up Keystone, it leads me to believe this could possibly be some kind of oil spill. Again, the clarity around medium for that intuitive or empathic download. Could be something else, could be offshore drilling, could be something else entirely. Typically, the first thing I get is kind of the highest clarity. So the highest clarity for this intuitive or empathic download is some kind of news story involving ecological disaster. And then from there, the clarity kind of dips a bit. But I felt like I was getting Keystone, which again leads me to believe some type of oil spill we could see in coming weeks to coming months or so for that one. So again, kind of a negative one, but we'll see. Time will tell if I'm tapping into something real for that one. And then forgot to mention, again, stretching my intuition here, but that's how you get better, kind of honing intuitive or what I call empathic insight. A few different locations we could possibly see, again, if I'm tapping into something real for this one. Picked up Wisconsin, Alaska, kind of specific, but I feel like I got Oakland, California. Again, it could very well be somewhere else. This is kind of the least clarity of this intuitive download involving an ecological disaster. I just want to stretch my intuition. That's how you get better. That's how you grow. That's kind of the goal, is to get really clear downloads that, you know, can just help people. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see for that one. And the last one, the last kind of intuitive or empathic download that's on my intuitive radar for this week. Kind of a heavier one, but again, I get the messages I get. I got here criminal activity involving a celebrity or a celebrity being a victim in coming weeks or so. Clarity of the intuitive download around medium. Kind of a heavier one. Again, is one of those ones I'd be happy to be in this, happy to be wrong on this. Kind of just stretching my intuition here. But felt like I was picking up a few different names. From time to time, I'll pick up on a news story involving a celebrity. Picked up Jennifer, which I feel like the clarity is a little higher for that one. Picked up Christina as well. So kind of just, I'm trying to hone into this one. Again, stretch my intuition here, but possibly a news story involving Jennifer Aniston or Jennifer Lawrence. Picked up Ashton Kutcher as well. I could be wrong. I don't think, again, if I'm tapping into something real for this, I don't think it involves him so much as he just kind of how the intuitive download came. Like I had the download of he went to a friend's house to meet with someone, and he actually saw like a spill on the carpet, which he thought was wine, and and it's kind of dark. It turned out to be blood, and the police had to get involved. There's an investigation, but that's kind of the intuitive download that I was getting. So some kind of criminal activity, again, involving a celebrity. So I don't think it involves him so much as just that was the memory, the news story that kind of how the intuitive download came. And then it picked up on John Goodman as well. John Goodman. So Jennifer, first name Jennifer, clarity is a little higher. John Goodman as well. And then I don't know if it's connected or not. But about a week ago or so, on the 21st December, I was picking up the popular YouTuber Emma Chamberlain. Hopefully I spelled that correctly. Wasn't really sure what to make of that at the time. Again, I still don't know if that's connected to this download or not. But just a few different celebrity names I've picked up recently that may or may not be connected to some news story we see in coming weeks. And again, that's if I'm tapping into something real for this one. You know, when you're honing into intuition or empathic downloads or clairvoyance, or whatever you want to call it, there's, it takes a bit of investigative work. Sometimes the clarity is higher, sometimes the clarity is lower, and there's just kind of an ebb and flow to that clarity. So stretching my intuition there, but it's a few different celebrity names I've picked up on that we may see in some news story in the coming weeks or so. Again, if it does involve some kind of criminal activity, just be praying that everyone is safe and that everyone is okay. And again, that's one I would be happy to be amiss, happy to be wrong on that one, for sure. So, yeah. Again, I kind of just get the intuitive downloads I get and just kind of get the messages I get and I put it out there and hope for the best. Alright, my friends, I think that's all I have for you guys this week. Again, that's what's on my quote-unquote intuitive radar for the week. Different, what I refer to as intuitive or empathic downloads. Things that we may or may not see just unfold in the news in the next coming weeks or months or so. If you're interested in this kind of content, intuition, empathic insight, clairvoyance, whatever I'm doing on here, you can follow me on Twitter at empathdownloads. Same name as this YouTube channel. I'm posting these intuitive downloads or predictions weekly, if not daily. So again, if you're interested in this kind of thing, you can follow me on there. And as always, just thank you, my friends, for listening. Be safe, my friends, and I'll see you in the next video.